Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. If you are not new here, you might know that I usually talk about sex and dating and law and tech policy, which is what I've been talking about for a few years now. But here's the thing. I am not really having sex and I'm not really dating and I'm not really in law school anymore. I've really just been reading a ton and I really just wanted to talk more about reading right now. So if you're down for the journey, come along. I am going to be reading ACOTAR for the very first time. If you haven't heard of ACOTAR, it is A Court of Thorns and Roses. And it's one of the most popular fantasy books out there. And it's like a romantasy. There's some romance in it. I've heard about ACOTAR for years, obviously. And I just have tried it so many times. I tried listening to it. I tried reading the physical copy. I tried reading it on my Kindle and I just couldn't get into it. And I was like, everybody loves this book. Like, why is it not working for me? But then I got sucked into it by watching so many TikToks about people having this like profound spiritual experience reading these books. And I was like, I feel left out. So I really wanted to force myself through it. And I'm glad I did. Was listening to the majority of it. I ended up getting a physical copy because A, I wanted to match it, and B, it's beautiful and I wanted to kind of read the physical copy of it. So this video is going to be a chaotic reading vlog. I am not a booktuber yet, but I am figuring it out. So if you want to read ACOTAR with me, this is the reading vlog. I'll let you know my thoughts at the end of this video. So keep watching, stay tuned for that. It was a very interesting ride. So here we go. It's so weird listening to ACOTAR. To be honest, I kind of wish I read it, but I also am liking that I'm listening to it because I feel like I can really get through it. Get through like the first part, because I was having a hard time getting past like the first few chapters because I felt like nothing was really happening. Now things are happening. I am 9.5 hours in. I have 6.5 hours to go. There's Jasper. I'm on chapter 27. I like it a little bit more. I'm trying not to get attached to people. Well, I don't feel attached to people quite yet. But I feel like I've seen spoilers about like Tamlin and Lucian and Rice recent is how it's said in the book. I just don't know how those three, like I have no clue about how they actually like unfold. I feel like I've seen spoilers, but I have no idea what I really saw and how it like plays into this story at all. But I am enjoying it a lot more than I have in the past. Getting through the like world building stuff was a little challenging for me. I don't know. I'm not super experienced in fantasy. So the way I got back into fantasy recently was through The Fourth Wing. And I feel like that one just throws you right in. There's not a whole lot of world building. And even the world building that was in there was pretty easy to understand. So I am having a hard time enjoying the world building in fantasies that when it's like not as clear and it's like taking a lot of taking a lot of brain power in the first few parts. I know this is supposed to be fairly easy to understand, and it is, but when I tried to read it in the past, I knew that was like kind of a hang up for me, is that I didn't feel like much was happening in the beginning. I don't know how much of a connection I feel to the characters yet, but I am really enjoying it. And I do really want to read the rest of it because I've been peer pressured. So I'm going to continue listening to this and let you know what I think. Hi. Okay, so it's the next day. I don't know when I last updated. I am getting towards the end of ACOTAR. I have 3 hours left on the audiobook. Chapter 38. I went and got the physical copy because A, it's gorgeous, and B, I want it on my shelves, and C, I kind of want to just finish it, the physical copy. The second one I want to buy too. I didn't get the second one yet because I was like, Joe, you're not even done with the first one. But I had it in my hand. It was ready to come home with me. Okay, so I'm on page 337. It's like, it's good. I don't know if it's my favorite ever, but I'm not sure. I don't know why I don't feel more connected, but I also don't know why I do feel connected, if that makes any sense at all. But I'm excited to have the physical copy because I'm a little tired of listening to it. So I'm going to finish this soon and I'll let you guys know my final thoughts. I like it thus far. I think it's like sitting at like a 4-star. 4-star feels a little high for me, but I think it's a 4-star. I don't know why I always like pre-rate it in my head. I shouldn't do that because we're not done. I'll let you know more thoughts later. What? Oh no, I ripped the page. What is going on? What is going on? This has been like, aside from being almost done with this has been the most unhinged Monday of my life. And this is not helping. I feel like my adrenaline spiked somewhere. And then this is not, like I thought reading would calm me down. It's not. I'm gonna keep reading. Okay. I finally finished. It took me a while because I was really busy this week. I don't know why. But I finally finished the book. I don't blame myself for taking so long to get into this book. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I tried it like 5 different times, 5 different ways. I don't really blame my past self for that because I think it's kind of hard to get into. I don't know why, but I don't feel like anything really happens in the first half of the book. I did guess the riddle right. It was obvious. So I shouldn't have doubted myself, but I did like it. The end made me want to get the next book immediately. But if I had like not read the last 70 or the last 25%, I would have been like, oh, I don't need to read the rest of it. There was something about like the end that I really liked. And it makes me want to read the next one. So I think I will. I don't quite understand yet the hype, but maybe that's just because I wasn't like in the hype in 2020 when it came out. I feel like I'm in the hype with Fourth Wing, and like maybe it's just been overhyped, and then once I get to it, I'm like, I don't quite understand what the big hype is all about. I enjoyed it. I don't know. We're gonna have to see like the long-term effects, because with Fourth Wing, I keep comparing it to Fourth Wing even though they're not similar, but I'm still kind of new to the fantasy game. So I'm just comparing like very popular fantasy romance books. With Fourth Wing, I kept like wanting to go back to the world. Like I still think about it every day pretty much. So we'll see if that happens with this book. I'm sure that it'll happen if I continue the series. I will continue the series. I kind of want to go pick up the book like now. So let me know if you think it's better to read it right away or to wait a little bit and then read it. But I really like it. I think I'm going to give it a 4 stars. I'm not going to give it the 5 stars because, like I said, I didn't get into it until like the last bit. I felt it was easier to listen to some of it. And when I was like reading it, the last bit, from the physical book, I was a little bit like, what am I reading? So like, I think if you had trouble getting to this book, maybe try the audiobook. I listened to it on Audible. I liked the voice actor. And that's very important to me. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's a beautiful book. I thought the writing was really lovely, especially at the end. I'm curious what you thought about this series and this book. No spoilers in this, even though I feel like I've seen spoilers, and I'm really upset that I've seen spoilers because I was like, oh, I'm not going to read it. I'll just watch this video. And then now I'm reading it and I'm like, shoot, I think I kind of know some things that happen, but I don't know how they happen. I just know that they happen. Don't give me any spoilers in the comments section. Let me know what you thought about this series, and I will see you all lovely people next time. Bye!